Good morning, dear friends. You and I are invited to a new day. It needs bumps, ups and downs. It's a new beginning. Yesterday no longer exists, though the effects are here with us. And the future doesn't exist either, but the potential is right here in the present. The choices we make today will adjust our past decisions and will prepare us for our future. It's our choice. The message today that Emmanuel brings to us is short. It's only 3 lines, but it talks about the importance of being aware of our relationships. He talks about adversaries, enemies, and he says, do not make enemies. Respect their points of view. There are bugs that bother us and bother more than the strongest lions. The darkness of the night is needed, though, so we can see the stars. Emmanuel is short and very symbolic. He brings analogies that we could digress here a whole day. He's reminding us that in our relationships, we should respect the differences. Respecting differences doesn't mean we're going to have a meal with that person day in, day out. It means that we're going to, whenever we encounter, especially in our families, when we are together, we know the boundary. Our pride keeps pushing us to believe that we're here to indoctrinate people, to make them see, to make them understand. No. Look at Jesus. You and I have a guide and model, Jesus. And Jesus never pushed, never. He respected. He saw Judas making his moves towards a huge mistake. One of the worst, I think the worst, in my opinion, the worst ever. And yet, Jesus didn't make any move to block him. He warned from afar. The law of justice is to respect people's rights. People have the right to think, to feel, to be who they are. Our role is not to push, to indoctrinate, to suffocate. Parents and children to learn that boundary is so important. Our children are going to be educated, but we need to give them room to learn their stops. They're going to fail. We're not going to be the ones to correct. We're going to show them the way, but they need to learn on their own. The same in our relationships with our parents, with our grandchildren, with our neighbors, colleagues at work, in our community. People have the right to feel and to be what they are. It is not on us to go after and changing their points of view. Jesus is our model. To date, he is still awaiting our decisions, our willingness to progress. He didn't create any enemy because he always respected our point of view. Wrong, but rightful in the sense of the law of freedom. And in the context of such differences, we're going to see the light of the stars of God in our relationships. Let us allow time to speak louder, the voice of God, Soon, those who do not get along, they are destined to be good friends. Yes, you and I are destined to be on the same page with God, which means we'll be on the same page too. No matter if we postpone it for millennia, there'll be a day in which we'll be working together towards the divine harmony. Inevitably, let us then pray today and visualize that we are all destined to divine harmony. Thank you, dear God, for this message, sublime, calming. At this moment, we don't want to think of ourselves anymore. We want to think of those who are struggling, maybe like we do, in our personal issues, but do not have the light of Spiritism. We visualize them receiving the loving care of your providence and feel consoled, revitalized, rejuvenated. We visualize them being surrounded by your love. Thank you, God, for the blessings of living. We visualize our planet being cooled down as it's enveloped in the healing energies of your heart. We visualize the flames of hatred and ignorance being cooled down by waves of love and serenity, trusting you. Our homes receiving the shower of soothing energies, enveloping everyone as we prepare ourselves to go by this day with courage, with wisdom, feeling the guidance of your love directly from you and from your messengers, our protecting spirits who never, ever abandon us. We want to feel their closeness and feel supported in our learning experiences. Thank you, God. And so be it. So much to meditate. But one thing is sure, let's not make enemies. Respect people's opinions, tame our pride and selfishness, and trust that in the darkest moments is where we can see the light if we just look up. Thank you, friends. Thank you, dear John, dear Daisy, dear Katia, dear Narciso, dear Beth. For those who are locally, remember, we'll be at the Spirit Side of Virginia in our presential meeting, studying another chapter of Action and Reaction. And you're invited to join us if you're far away, because we'll be connected to Cardiac Radio in all of its platforms right here. Thank you, friends.